Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Stuart. I'm the co-founder of Utradia, a platform for investment ideas and insights. Today, we are going to be looking at Mullen Automotive, MULN, and a slightly different perspective. We're going to be looking at our social sentiment dashboard. And I'd argue that this is probably one of the most important things to keep a track of, especially for a ticker like Mullen. You want to have a great pulse on what retail investors are saying, what the news on Twitter and Stocktwits is, general trends and sentiment. Because for a ticker like this, it can impact what happens with the price quite significantly, and something you don't want to get caught on the wrong side of. So without further ado, let's jump into some interesting trends that I've been seeing with Mullen over the last little while. So starting with a quick overview, essentially what I'm looking at right now is Twitter. So anytime someone mentions or hashtags Mullen, we pull it into our dashboard, we analyze it, and we see what's happening from a trending perspective. So just to give you guys a bit of a high-level overview, in the most recent 72 hours, we've seen an increase in posts. Comments have gone down a little bit, likes have gone down a little bit, but impressions have gone up significantly. And impressions is one of the things I like to look at the most, because impressions essentially is how many people see a tweet that has the hashtag or hashtag MULN, and really that's a good indicator of social momentum and plays to be aware of. So let's dive into it. If we look March 7th, so this was Monday. So over the weekend, impressions kind of steady, which is typically what we see. But just before market open, 8 a.m., see a little bit of a spike. And then 9 a.m., we see a significant jump in impressions and this big kind of spike right here for the next 2-3 hours. The nice thing about this is we can then jump in and look at the real-time thread of what people are talking about with Mullen, so we don't have to sift through Twitter. And we can also see the top accounts that are tweeting out about Mullen. And again, for a stock like this, it's important to see what the big accounts are tweeting and what they're saying, because it can impact what happens to the price. So if we look at March 7th, 8 a.m., one of the tweets we see, 822, this person has a following of close to 170,000 people, which means when AC Investor Blog tweets, close to 170,000 people see this tweet. Now, that doesn't mean everyone's going to act on it, but what it does mean is that close to 170,000 people can see this tweet and they might act on it. So even if a small percentage does, that adds up. If this person's tweeting, if Clay Death is tweeting, you aggregate all this together, and we see that at around 9 a.m., close to 1 million people, well, almost 2 million people have seen a tweet related to Mullen. So why don't we see how this impacts the price? If we jump over to market, so this is our 72-hour view. I'm just going to jump into 24 hours, look at the 30-minute candle. So as I said, we were looking at March 7th. That's Monday. So Friday, Mullen closed at just shy of 80 cents per share. And on market open Monday morning, we see a big green candle, and this trend just continue up. So starting at about 80 cents a share, peaked at around 2 p.m. at just shy of $1.20 a share, and closed at around $1.05 a share. And what this shows is that, jump back to 72-hour here, this correlation. So the big kind of ramp up and increase in number of impressions. So people seeing tweets that hashtag or hashtag Mullen, then it kind of dies off a bit into the evening. And then the next day, same thing, starts to pick up. 7 a.m., people start tweeting about it again. 8 a.m., people are tweeting more about Mullen. Again, AC Investor Blog, 171,000 people have seen this tweet. Number of likes, retweets. So people are getting excited. 9 a.m. Okay, Mullen up. Mullen lit. people are getting hyped about it, and how does that impact the market again. So we looked at the what happened Monday, kind of closed, then Tuesday morning, already up from $1.05 a share, opens at a $1.20 a share. Kind of maintains a little bit, dips a little bit off, but then kind of back up just before close. Ultimately, what this is showing you is a real-time trend in people who are tweeting about Mullen, the number of people who are seeing tweets about Mullen, and gives you that perspective that as a retail investor, you want to know, especially if you're considering and playing in these stocks, because you want to keep an eye on the most recent news, as well as how many people are tweeting and talking about a particular ticker, especially if you own it. So if you want to use this, I will leave the link below in the description. Subscribe to this video if you want to see more. Always releasing the latest trends on trending tickers across Twitter and Stocktwits. Super useful information. Please subscribe, and I will keep you updated on the most recent changes. Thanks so much for watching this video, and happy investing.